everyone, welcome to Amala Movement. I'm Charlotte. Today we have a practice to create and set your intentions for the year ahead. So it's okay if you already have your intentions that you want to bring to practice, and it's also okay if you haven't got your intentions just yet. So this is one of my favourite and most important practices of the year. So do take your time to set up your space. Bring a journal or a notebook with you today, and perhaps light a candle or pour yourself a big cup of tea or glass of water. And when you're ready, let's get started. So we're going to begin by taking just a little bit of time to arrive. So have your journal or your notebook to hand and get truly comfortable. You may want to prop yourself up on a pillow or a blanket. And when you're ready to start to close the eyes or soften the gaze, take your time to get here. Take your time to arrive. Take an inhale through the nose and exhale to really, truly, wholly let go. Inhale. And exhale out through the nose. Just have a moment. Being here now. Just notice how you feel right now in this present moment. Seeing if we can gently let go, of any expectations, how we expect ourselves to feel, how we expect ourselves to drop into this moment, and what comes with that, what we think should come with that. But rather, no, can we just let all that go and just be here now? Let's take one more breath. This time you can gently part the lips, open the mouth, and sigh it all away. So as we enter this practice together, I'd love us to spend a bit of time around meditation. I'll offer plenty of journaling prompts for you, and then we'll move into a flow to feel it, to move with how we're feeling, to move with our intentions for the year ahead. So first of all, let's begin with just a moment of meditation, a moment of contemplation on the year that has just passed. So my most recent video is a meditation to love, reflect, and to cherish the year. So if you haven't already practiced that, I do invite you to pause this video, to go over to that practice, to drop in and to reflect before coming back to the planning, to the moving forward. And this whole practice, this all takes time. So honor that time that it takes. It might take you a long time. It might take weeks, and that's okay. That's all okay. It's all part of the practice. We've just got to show up. So having a moment to sit with this reflection of the year. And throughout this practice today, I will be continuing to offer moments of reflection. And I really truly do invite you to pause this video whenever you need so that you can truly take your time to process, to think, and to feel, and to write. Journaling is my favorite thing. So do take this time to write and get it out of your body, get it out of your mind, put it onto paper. Don't be afraid to rip this all up afterwards so that you can burn it. And that in itself is such a great practice, which I encourage you to try if you haven't done that before. Let's take another breath. And after our moment of reflection, we come into dreaming. So for a moment, I invite you to sit with the question, what do I want? And quite often, I feel like we are told to not dream, to reel it in, to bring it back to reality. But this is your permission to dream. If you could have anything, what do you want? And this can be anything from your personal life to your family life to your professional life. How do you want to feel? What do you want your days to look like? What do you want your weeks to look like? What do you want your month to look like? Like, what do you want? What do you really, truly want? So sit with that, think about it, feel it, and then write it. And, you might write a few sentences, and that's fine. You might write pages and pages, and that's also fine. And then we spend a moment to look back at what we want, and we can acknowledge, like, this can happen. Maybe not all this year. It depends how much you have dreamt. But this can happen. We just need to make it happen. So the next guided part of this meditation, these journaling prompts, is to set intentions. So intentions is something that you can be as specific as you like, or you can be as broad as you like. I personally really enjoy and benefit from quite specific things. So take your time with this. Okay, so you might look back at what you want and, sit with how that feels. And then from that, you might find the intention of, I intend to put my self-care first. And you might write that and you might think, okay, but what does self-care look like? My intention is to get outside every day. My intention is to move my body every day. My intention is to drink more water. My intention is to make time for a yoga practice, and that can be, physical asana practice. It could be more meditation. You might intend to focus on the breath more this year. So do take your time. You might categorize it a little bit more if that works for you. So maybe you want a lot to do with your family and friendships. So really break it down. What is the intention of this? It might be, my intention is to communicate more with my parents, or my intention is to really listen to my whoever. Like, really spend some time to dig deep. And there's no pressure to do all this right now. This is just all here for you as an offering for when you're ready to think it and feel it and write it and manifest it and make it happen. And we know that if ever this feels overwhelming, you can drop back to the breath. You might notice yourself getting really excited and quite out of breath as you do this work. Or quite the opposite, it might be triggering. It might feel overwhelming and bring up a bit of anxiety or panic, like, I don't know how this is going to happen, but just drop back to the breath. Take an inhale. And an exhale. So placing your journal or your notebook open, so your words, your phrase is in your face, it's not going anywhere. And resting that at the top of your mat. If you have a drink with you, popping that to the side. Moving out any pillows. Coming on to all fours. So you might have been sitting down for a while. So take some time to feel it out, move your body, look at your words. They're there. These are your special words. Rocking between cat-cow, moving or bumping the hips from side to side. You might want to drop back into a child's pose to find stillness. Such a humbling place to drop your third eye, to drop your ego down towards the earth. So playing with movements just to check back in, to feel. And settling into a tabletop position. Tuck the toes, we're going straight in to lift the hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Fingertips wide, pedaling out through the legs. And I would like to invite that your journal on your mat is this constant, beautiful reminder to check in with your affirmation, to check in with your words, and to take a breath every time you see your notebook. That can be a reminder to take a breath and to feel your affirmation. How does it move in your practice? Great. Let's ground down through the left heel. Inhale to sweep your right leg up high. Three-legged dog. Right toes pointing down towards the earth. Energy out through your right heel. Ground down through the fingertips. Ground down through all of your knuckles in the hands. Big breath in. On an exhale, look forwards. Squeeze the right knee in towards the belly and step all the way up in between the hands. Lower the left knee to the floor. Untuck the left toes, look forwards, inhale. Exhale, sweep yourself up. Interlace the fingers behind your back, open up through the chest. Drop down through the hips, drop down through the pelvis and feel. Perhaps look down to your journal and your notebook. Finding that warmth from the inside out, finding that inside smile. Taking one more breath. Shine the heart up towards the sky. Exhale, release the bind. Fingertips to the earth. Draw both hips back, flexing through the right foot. Having a slight micro bend in the right knee. So particularly if you've got a lot of, if you've got a lot of mobility and flexibility in the hamstrings, just, ensuring that you're not locking out through the back of the right knee. Wherever you are, take one more breath. Exhale, let it go, and just feel. Rolling through the right foot, inhale, shine your heart forwards, lead with your nose, look forwards. And on an exhale, planting your left hand down and bringing your right hand to the inside edge of the right foot. Turning your left toes to face the side edge of your mat. Your left fingertips start at your right hand and you're going to slide the left hand all the way up towards the sky, and you can come up onto your right fingertips or bring your right elbow towards your knee to give yourself that little extra space. Breathe here. Keep the gaze soft, keep the skin of the face soft and relaxed. Inhale. And on an exhale, engaging your core, bringing yourself all the way up to center. Left fingertips come down towards the earth. Right hand now finds your left wrist. Just like we did a moment ago, inhale, sweeping your right fingertips up, the left arm across your chest and all the way up towards the sky. Lifting your hips. Finding a soft twinkle in your right fingers. Any movement of the head, neck and shoulders that feel really good right now. Soften the skin of the face. Big breath in. On an exhale, drop your hips towards the earth. Flex the right foot, look towards the top of your mat and make your way into a low lunge. So take your time with this, tucking your left toes behind you. Drawing the inside thighs together, look forwards. You can stay on the fingertips, or to build that strength and heat in the body, lift the hands away, hands to Anjali Mudra, resting in front of the third eye. Feel your affirmation, feel how it changes your practice. Big breath in. Exhale, rain it down. Planting the palms, sending the right foot back. Plank pose, just for a breath. Exhale, lower the knees to the earth and melt it all the way down. Take your time. Inhale, roll the shoulders in towards the back. Lifting up to a small cobra, just for a breath. Exhale, melt it back down. Inhale to press all the way up to your plank pose. Take your time. Exhale, hips up and back to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Exhale out through the mouth. Sigh it all away, let it go. Return to your intention. Return to your affirmation. Inhale, breathe it into the body. Exhale, feel it. Ground down through your right heel. Inhale, sweep the left leg up high, three-legged dog. Taking a moment here. Left toes grounding down. Left toes pointing down towards the earth. Energy out the left heel. Inhale. Exhale, step it all the way up in between the hands. Lower the right knee to the floor. Shine a light with your heart. Forwards, roll the shoulders in towards the back. Untuck your right toes. Lifting up. Interlacing your fingers. Shining the heart up towards the sky. Shoulder blades squeezing together. Imagine you're holding a pencil in between the shoulders. Softening the skin of the face. Slowing down, quietening down. Inhale. Exhale, drop the fingertips. Send both hips back, flexing the left toes. Finding a bend or at least a micro bend in that left knee. Inhale, carve a line with your nose to look forwards. And exhale to relax, sit down, fold forwards and feel. Take one more big, beautiful breath. On an inhale, roll through the left foot. Plant your right hand firmly down in towards the earth and bring your left hand on the inside edge of the left foot. Have a little look at your journal. Notice what that does in your body, in your mind, and in your breath. Turn your right toes to face the side edge of your mat. Your right hand traces a line from your left wrist up the arm, across the chest, across the body, and up towards the sky. If you need a bit more space, come up onto your left fingertips or bring your left elbow towards your right knee. Find a soft twinkle in the left fingers, the right fingers, and in the right wrist. Take any movements of the head or neck that feel good. Notice how you feel. On an inhale, draw your belly button in. Use your core to help you come all the way up. Bring your right fingertips to the earth. Straightening the left leg. Your left fingers come down towards the right wrist. On an inhale, trace a line with the left arm all the way up the right arm, across the body, opening up towards the sky. Take a moment, lifting up through the hips, lift up through the pelvis. Trust yourself, trust this practice. Know that you're doing such a great job. Just come back to the breath. Taking one more inhale. On an exhale, send your hips back down towards the ground. Flexing the left foot and make your way into a low lunge. So tucking the right toes behind you, floating the right knee up towards the sky. Come onto your fingertips. Inhale, shoulders into the back. Carve a line with your nose to look forward. You can stay here or to feel that strength and power and support of the legs. Float the fingertips away. Come to rest the hands at the third eye. We're nearly there. Feel it. Feeling it, feeling it, feeling it. Take a breath. Exhale, float the fingertips down. Plant the palms, step the left foot back, plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees and melt yourself all the way down to the earth. Roll your shoulders in towards the back. Inhale, lifting up, small cobra. Fingertips are strong. Exhale, coming back down onto your belly. This time, inhale, press up onto all fours. Open your knees, mat distance apart, really wide. Big toes together. Walk your hands back so the wrists are underneath the shoulders. Drop the belly, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Look in between the legs. Finding tabletop, inhale. Exhale, sending the hips all the way back. Come up onto the fingers and tiptoe the fingers all the way forwards, as far as you can towards the front edge of your mat before you bow the forehead down. Coming to rest in child's pose. You want your forehead to feel truly supported beneath you. So if it isn't reaching the floor today, that's okay. That's okay. Just find yourself a pillow or a blanket or a book or a block that you can place underneath the forehead. And we'll slow it down here today, so come back to the breath. Tap back into your intention, tap back into your affirmation, that one word or short sentence. On an inhale, saying your affirmation, either silently in your head or quietly as a whisper. I am. And on an exhale, let it go and let yourself feel. Allow the eyes to close if they aren't already. Allow the skin of the face to soften. And we'll take one more breath all together. Inhaling in through the nose. And exhale out through the nose. Keeping the eyes closed. Walking your hands in towards the pelvis. So the spine is rounding. And slowly we rise up. Sitting tall, head stacking over the shoulders. Come to bring your palms together in Anjali Mudra. Hands resting in front of the heart center. And just taking one final moment to say and to feel your affirmation. Notice what this does in the body. Perhaps this encourages something to relax and let go. Perhaps there's a part of you emotionally or mentally that trusts this so that can let go. Can you allow yourself to surrender and trust? Surrender and trust. And I really, truly want to thank you for showing up for this practice. I wish I could hug you right now. This time is so important and it's so valuable. So thank you for joining, for sharing this time. And when you're ready to bow your head down towards your heart center, lifting your thumb up to your third eye. Stay here for as long as you need. And perhaps you even might feel the need to lie down, to wrap yourself up in a blanket and just feel what you need to feel. Thank you so much. Namaste.